All right, so today we're doing a deep dive into something pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's about Facebook,
Okay.
but not just Facebook, like in general. It's more like about a particular user's frustration
Okay.
with Facebook
Yeah.
and its CEO, Mark Zuckerberg.
Right.
And the thing that I think is really interesting about this is that, like, we're going to be basing this whole deep dive just off of, like, one quote from one user, right?
Yeah, one quote. And I think it's going to be pretty illuminating.
Yeah, it's amazing what one little, like, kind of soundbite can reveal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's, like, a really interesting way to kind of dive into this topic.
Absolutely. And, you know, we talk so much about Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg and users and their frustrations. And it's almost like you need to, like, really zoom in sometimes to really understand what's going on, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think this quote kind of does that for us, you know? It's kind of like a little window into a much bigger situation.
Exactly. And I think the bigger situation here is going to be, like, platform power dynamics and user control.
Exactly.
So, yeah, should I just jump right in and read the quote?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, so the quote goes, "I wish I could tell this idiot, Mark Zuckerberg, to give me back access to my original Facebook account and my new account. I opened a new one because they blocked my access to the original account."
Wow.
I know, right?
There's a lot to unpack there. First of all, the language, right? Like, idiot, give me back.
Right.
This person is not messing around.
No, they are very upset.
Yeah.
And I think rightfully so, right? Like,
Well, yeah.
they're saying that they can't even get access to their original Facebook account.
Right.
And they're saying that they opened a new one because they got locked out of their original one.
Right. And they can't even get into that one.
Yeah.
So something's up there, right?
Right. Like, what could this person possibly have done to get locked out, not only of their original account, but also of their second account?
Right. Because you have to think, too, Facebook has these algorithms and systems and content moderation things and all this stuff.
Right. They have to have a reason.
Yeah, they have to have a reason. So it makes you kind of wonder, what the heck was this person doing?
Right.
You know? But we don't know. And that's what's so fascinating.
Right. We have no context.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, when you think about it, like, they said, "Give me back," right?
Yeah.
That implies that, like, they think that they own this thing, right?
Like their property.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, give me back my account like it's like my car or something. But it's not, right?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not your property.
Yeah.
You're essentially using their platform.
Right.
And they set the rules and they can revoke your access at any time.
Right. And we see that happen all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. And I think it's really interesting. Like, you think about how much people rely on Facebook, right?
Oh, it's become people's lives.
Right. Like, their whole lives are on there, like, their photos,
Or memories.
their
memories.
Yeah, their
It's
friend.
connection.
Yeah, businesses. Yeah. And then suddenly it can just, like, poof, be gone. Right.
Gone.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard all kinds of stories.
Yeah.
About people who have, like, gotten locked out of their Facebook accounts. And, you know, sometimes it's, like, legit, right? Like, they did something that violated the terms of service or whatever.
Right. Maybe they were spamming people or being abusive.
Yeah. Or they got hacked or whatever.
Yeah.
But then there's also all these stories about people who just get locked out for, like, no reason.
Right. Or, like, a really vague reason. Like, you violated community standards.
Yeah, but, like,
what does that even mean?
Yeah, and then good luck trying to get back in touch with them.
Right.
It's, like, almost impossible.
Exactly. You're basically at their mercy.
Right.
You're sending emails into the void, you know?
Yeah, and it's, like, appealing to this, like, faceless corporation.
Right. And they have all the power.
Yeah, it's kind of terrifying.
It is.
When you think about it, right? Like, how much power these platforms have over our lives.
Right. And I think that's what makes this quote so poignant, right?
Yeah.
It really highlights that power dynamic.
Yeah.
The individual user feeling completely powerless against this massive corporation.
Yeah, and it's not just Facebook.
No, it's all of them.
Right. It's like Twitter, Instagram.
All the social media giants.
Yeah.
They all have this kind of control over us.
Yeah. And I think it's a good reminder for all of us to, like, think about our relationship with these platforms.
Absolutely.
Right. Like, how much do we rely on them?
Yeah. How much of our lives are we putting online?
Right. And what would happen if we suddenly lost access?
Yeah.
What would we do?
And what would we lose?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's something to think about, right?
Definitely.
It's not something that we should just take for granted.
No, we shouldn't.
Because, as this quote shows us, it can be taken away from us.
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So there you have it. Just one quote. But I think it really says a lot about the state of the internet today.
Absolutely.
And I think it's a great launching point for a lot of important conversations.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for diving in with me today.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
I think it was really insightful.
Yeah.
And hopefully our listeners will take away some things to think about as well.
Definitely food for thought.
Yeah. All right. That's it for today's Deep Dive. We'll catch you next time.
See ya. Bye. Bye.